Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm not 100% sure yet, but this may be a multiple part episode, because if you didn't read the title, I'm sure you read the title, most of my traffic comes from the search, I think, anyway. I haven't really checked. I'm assuming it comes from the search. Either way, if you're here, you're probably looking on how to make a cutscene. So, cutscenes aren't complicated, but they also aren't easy. So, I would say maybe there might be a second part to this video. If I don't finish it in this episode, then in this video, expect a second part on how to actually do it. And if I finish it in this episode, then obviously there won't be a second one. Either way, I'm not 100% sure yet on what I'm going to do. Either way, let's get started. So first thing you want to do is, if you haven't already, go up here. Oh, let me save, actually. If you haven't already, go up here to where it says File, Edit, Window, Help. Click on Window. And then if there's no check mark next to Sequencer, so like, let's say it looks... Let's say you open the window and there's no check mark next to the sequencer. What you want to do is click on it. Then you should see a little window that pops up, something like this, kind of, just kind of like this. Take the sequencer, grab it by the tab, drag it down here into your content area. It's just easier to manage. And next, what you want to do is over under cinematics, click on it, then add master sequence. Okay, so once you've done that, if you're going to make this with a mod you're going to be uploading, change the file path to that mod. So since I'm not going to put this inside of an actual mod, I'm just going to put it under the maps folder. But what you want to do is you want to make a, in your content browser for your mod, you want to make a new folder called Cinematics, and then redirect the base path to that folder you made inside your mod's content browser. Okay? And then you want to set the number of shots to, I guess you can't, no, you can set it to 0. Suffix, leave that as master. And name, change that to whatever you want to call it. So, whatever you want your cutscene to be called is what you're going to put under name. So I'll just call it, let's say, Tuto Cinematic. Okay? And all the stuff you can just leave by itself. And then once that's all done, click Create Master Sequence. Oh, right. So you can't have spaces, by the way, so just remember that, so I'll just put a underscore. So you can't have spaces. I forgot about that. So once you do that, in your sequencer, you should see this little timeline kind of thing pop up. If you edit videos, if you make videos, this may seem a little familiar, kind of like when you're editing videos and stuff, you get the timeline. But it's a little bit different in Unreal Engine, of course, It's not... Jeez, it's so windy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's so windy out. But of course, it's Unreal Engine. It's not, Adobe Premiere. So, but next, what you want to do is under Cinematics, you want to actually click on Add Level Sequence. Once that pops up, again, you want to put that into your cinematic folder. Again, I don't have a cinematic folder, so I'm just going to put it under my, well, I guess I have a cinematic folder now, because yeah. Either way, once in the cinematic folder, it'll actually make a folder for that cutscene, so you can have the cinematic folder, and then each folder will have a different cutscene in it. That's pretty nice that it does that. So I'm going to save, so you want to save your, what was it called? Okay. You want to save, that's it. You want to save your level sequence into the folder that the cinematics in. Not the folder with the folders for the cinematics. The folder that's inside of the folder with the cinematics. So you should see your master here. So save it under there. We'll I'll just name it Tuto Cinematic video. That works. Save. And there you go. So then under the sequence, it should open up the Tuto cinematic video. You're not going to call it that. But it should open up the level sequence that you just made. Now you have your master sequence and your level sequence. We're ready to put in the cinematic camera. So over here, under the modes tab, you want to go down to cinematic and drag in a cinematic camera actor. It's called whatever, doesn't matter. So you want to drag that in. As you can see over here, this little thing will pop up. This, I believe you can't move around. Yeah, you can't move that around. But yeah, you can't move it around. But if you are to let go, yeah, if you click this pin button here, it'll save. But whatever. Yeah. So if you let go of it, it'll go away. Either way, when you have the cinematic camera selected, it won't go away. So once it's dragged in, put it into the starting position that you want it to be in. So I'll just have it rotated around, kind of like that. Kind of just looking at everything, just not like a good job, just like a fast, sloppy job, kind of, So have it like that. Cool. So now we have our cinematic camera in, and it's ready to roll the shots. Now, of course, there aren't any shots in yet. So now what you want to do is under the sequencer, you want to go track, camera cut track. Once you have that, over here, you want to click on camera, and you want to click on your camera. So if this is the first one you put in, it's going to be cinematic camera actor 1. If this is the 5th one you put in, it's going to be cinematic camera actor 5. So we only have one in, so we'll select this one. And there you go. You can now see under camera cuts, the thing pops up. So now what we want to do is with the camera selected, we want to press S on our keyboard. As you can see, that made a dot. So those are the points in which stuff will actually happen. So now what we want to do is we want to drag... I like, personally, before we do anything, to put this up to 240 FPS. I don't know why. I just like to do that. It's just a me thing, kind of. I just like higher frames. But 60 would work fine. But I'm going to put mine at 240. You can leave yours even at 30. But I'm going to just... if you have a good computer... if you have a good computer, I would recommend putting it higher frame. Doesn't matter, though. That's not really part of it. That's just a personal thing I like to do because I like frames that go burr. Okay, so next what you want to do is take your timeline and drag it, or your timeline thing, your thing here, drag it to a certain point within the video. So I'm just going to drag it to the 60, I believe this is milliseconds, so I'll drag it to the 60 millisecond mark. And once I've done that, I want to move the camera to like a new spot, kind of. So let's move it over here to this side, and then we'll just spin it kind of around to look back. Then we'll press S. So now if we go back here and we click play, you can see over here our camera zooms around. So we can play it in reverse too. So yeah, if you want it to be slowed down, I believe there's a way that you can change the speed of the camera. But another thing you can do is also spread out the nodes a little bit more. So like I can drag the node, let's say maybe to 180 instead. Now if we click play, if I reverse, you can see when I click play, it goes at a slower speed. So the closer the nodes are together, the faster it'll go. And the further away they are, the slower it will go. So remember that. So now with it at its new point, again, you want to drag it the timeline meter thing to a new spot in the line. So I'll drag it to 360 now. And then now we want to just keep doing the same thing until you fill up your entire timeline. Now, if let's say you want to expand your timeline, I believe you can just take this red thing here, and you can drag that and extend it out, just like that. You can also take this orange box, or it won't be orange, but if you grab this little box here, this is in Adobe Premiere. If you use that, you can take it and you can drag it and you can stretch out the timeline a whole bunch if you want like little tiny things to happen in between. But we're just gonna cut it right there, and then let's start to move the camera around some more. So let's move it maybe down to the other end now. And we'll maybe rotate it. And I'll do tutorials on how to do more oh god. Come on, you gonna come back? No, you're not. Okay. Oh. I'll do a tutorial on how to do things like adding a fade and stuff, which is pretty easy. But still, cinematics are very annoying and complicated, so I will do a tutorial on that probably, assuming that I can figure it out, because I have not done that yet. Maybe we'll have it look maybe more like that. We'll raise it up. Yeah. We'll move it back a little bit. Like that. And now we want to press S again. So every time you have the camera in a new position, you want to press the S button, because if you don't, then, well, it's going to stay on the first point. So every time you press S, it'll add the new position. So it starts off in the first position where it's just there, and then the next point is the point it's going to, which is it zooming to the other side and turning a little bit. Then the third point we just put is it zooming all the way to pretty much the other side of the map and turning around. So now let's take a look and see what this looks like. So if we click the play button and see, okay, that's pretty good. It's a little fast. Again, I can drag that maybe over here to 600. So let's try it over at 600. So now if we click play, you can look down here. Okay, so that's pretty good, right? So let's put another point right here. Like that, and then maybe we'll have it so it's kind of, just kind of like moving over the map, kind of like in a top-down view maybe. So we'll rotate the camera so that it's more like straight down. That works. And then we'll just kind of drag it up some more. You can see the camera also has motion blur. So we'll add a point there. That's kind of cool how it does the transition like that. Whoosh, like that. Then maybe we'll add another point here, where it goes all the way to the across the map, kind of like that, just panning over the entire thing. That. And then as the last shot, we can, right there, we can have it so it comes back down. Oh, that's upside down. You can have the last shot so it comes back down to maybe, let's say, its starting position. So we'll just have it kind of swoop back down. Maybe we'll have it here. Ah, no. I messed it up. Okay, so let's move this node right here. We'll have it move down. You also want it rotate like that. Then we'll just spin it right side up. S, and then we'll move to the very end or it'll go back to its starting position. Just like that. Maybe we'll even have it on the floor. That works too. And S. So there you go. Now we have our full cutscene. So now what we want to do is save over here. Then under your content browser, you want to save all, save selected. Now save everything. And of course, you want to do that under your map. Not the content browser for this. You want to save it under your maps content browser or your mod content browser because that's where it's going to be at. So now what you want to do is, let's say you want that to play as soon as the game starts. So as soon as you click that play button, the cinematic plays. Okay, so let's do that. Now we have to go over here, click on Blueprints, open level blueprint. And now what you want to do is ignore this. This was a tutorial that I tried to do, but it did not work. DNS cycle does not work anymore, apparently. Found that out after doing the entire thing. So what you want to do is you want to come down here into your content browser where the where your cinematic is. So mine is under here. You want to open the master, add a track, or no, sorry, you want to add a shot, and then you want to look for your level sequence you just made. So we named ours, I believe, Tuto Cinematics. I have no idea what we named it. We named it something, I know that. So just look for your cinematic. So I'll look for that. Okay, it's probably just going to be easier if we search up. Here you go. Tuto Cinematic Video. So that's what I named mine. So if you can't find it, then up here on the search, just search for the name. So here it is. We select it. And now our entire thing is selected here. So you can see now if we lock the viewport to this shot and we click play. Wait, no. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay, so you want to add the shot, and then under camera cut tracks, click on Tuto Cinematic Video, and that, or no, I mean whatever you named it, of course. Why is it not working? Hold on. I don't know why this is not working. I don't know why it's not playing. Oh, if we select the camera, then no, it's still not playing. Oh, that's right. We need to put in the master sequence. So over here, we want to take the master, we want to drag it into the map. So this needs to be, so the master sequence needs to be somewhere in the map. And now, if we save everything, now it should work. No? Why? Alright, well, either way, we got a lot done in today's episode. I'll look into this and figure out why it's not playing in the master sequence. I'm sure there's something that I missed along the way, because I do that a lot. Apologies. But either way, we got a lot done in today's episode. We got the, I showed you how to, set up all the stuff for, the cutscene itself. And I showed you how to, make the actual camera, move around and, record different things. So, yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. I'll see you guys in part 2 when I figure out how to do this, because I will figure out how to do this. I think I know what I did, but I have to double check on one of my other cutscenes that I've done. And yeah, break out that mod kit and start modding. Goodbye.